Insult is like alcohol, it only works when it is taken, said American science fiction writer Robert Heinlein, and to support his words, we're going to tell you an ancient parable about a wise man who was insulted by a person in public at the market square. "Everyone says you're an old sage," shouted the offender, attracting attention. "But all I see in front of me is a foolish and unhappy beggar. You have nothing, no wisdom, no money. You're just a stray dog, just as ragged and miserable." The wise man did not react to these insults and continued to write something silently on the tablets, jotting down some formulas and thoughts. The offender stayed with him for a long time, insulting him with curse words, and when he got tired, he left, realizing that the old man was not moved at all by his words. Then another man approached the wise man and asked him, "Why didn't you say anything in response? If you're really as wise as everyone says, you could have found some strong words and insulted him just the same, so that everyone would laugh at him and not at you." The wise man stared at the well-dressed man in front of him, stood up, and invited him to follow him. He took him to a mud well, picked up some mud, and handed it to his new acquaintance. "Take it, dirty your clothes and your face," he said. The man recoiled from the wise man, saying, "I don't want to. I'm wearing clean clothes, and I don't want to get dirty." "Then let me throw the mud on you myself," the wise man replied. "You're crazy, old man. Why would I want that? Do you want me to be dirty? You see, you don't want to accept my dirt, so you won't get dirty." And I didn't accept the words of that man, and they didn't stick to me either. It turns out that it's up to us whether we feel clean or not. Well, we've resolved that. If you don't get into a verbal altercation and don't take insults personally, no one can degrade you. But why do people sometimes want to insult you? The German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche knew the answer, stating that enviers usually judge what they cannot do and insult those whom they can never equal. You see how simple it is? And do you know what Dale Carnegie, the author of personal development courses, thought? In his book How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, he wrote, "Unfair criticism in many cases is a disguised compliment. It often means that you are arousing envy and jealousy. Remember that nobody ever kicks a dead dog." And the Greek philosopher Aristotle, who lived before our era, was already firmly convinced at that time, there is only one way to avoid criticism: do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. Well, that also makes sense for us today. If you are someone in this life, you cannot avoid gossip and insults. We have to answer a simple question: what to do about it? Another parable will give you the answer. A young man approached an old man and told him he needed his help very much. "You know, I'm a well-known person in this town. I do a lot of good, yet people insult me. People are always dissatisfied with everything." "I see," said the wise man. "You're offended by people's unfair words. To overcome it, do the following: as soon as someone says something offensive to you, pick up a stone and carry it with you. A small insult is a small stone, a big one is a big stone." The man left and did not appear at the wise man's house for a month. Finally, he arrived with a bag full of heavy stones. "Look, I'm doing what you said. But I can't take it anymore," he said. "So, let go of the bag. And you'll feel better," replied the wise man. The man laughed. "So, should I just ignore the insults?" "Yes, or carry the bag of insults with you always," said the wise man. And finally, a quote from the Hong Kong American movie actor Bruce Lee: "If you are criticized, it means you are doing the right thing." Because people attack anyone who is intelligent. And it feels so good to feel intelligent, capable, and successful, doesn't it?